feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Yeah. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord, You've been so long. You are telling me, shuffle, hearing me. Mommy, don't move up from Eddie Dibia. Tell me cause you are a Namanunga Shamikirama. Tell me cause you are a Namanunga Shamikirama. Indeed, Miss Rock, and I do from Biara. Miss Rock, and I do from Biara. I'm not Nima Kucham, and Nima Kucham. Nyannimu anije Ninu nasina metna. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. Can dance like David did. Yes, feel blessed. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wuni mi banko biane mabanke se yanku paname de me ho matoso. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. He had done this in the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David danced. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel you say, ooh, Lord. Yeah, yeah. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord. Yeah, yeah. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Yeah, yeah. You've been so long. You got the enemy, shuffle. She been near me. Mommy, don't run from Eddie Dibia. Joe, me consumer, and you. Namanum, ya shall make your man. Joe, me consumer, and you. Namanum, ya shall make your man. Enti, Miss Rock, and I do from Biara. Miss Rock, and I do from Biara. None ma kucham, Nani muanije, Ninu nasina metna. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Yes. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Yeah. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Na mesu erade se woni mi banko bia ne mabanke se yankopana me de me ho matoso. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. He had done this in the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and the earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord, You've been so long. You got the enemy, shuffle. She been near me. Mommy, don't consumer and wojo. Namanum Yasha make your man. Ujao me consumer and wojo. Namanum Yasha make your man. Enti, Misuro, and I do go Bombiara. Misuro, and I do go Bombiara. Anonima Kucham, Anima Kucham, Yanimu and EJ, Ninu Nasina Metina. Feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, feel blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. We want to let you move, ooh Lord, yeah. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wunimi banko yanima bankese yankupana medeme ho matoso. Surely He will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of He who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Done this in the Most High, Almighty God, Creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed.
Pastor, we have told the vehicle to Brother Providence's workshop for straightening, but I refuse to miss my wedding. And Pastor, something strange happened when we got to the workshop. It was jam-packed with cars that had accidents and needed straightening. Very, very strange.
What a thing to happen to you on your wedding,
Pastor.
But thank God you're okay.
All right, thank you.
Did you see a doctor?
Pastor, I went to the hospital, but the doctors and nurses are overwhelmed with serious accident cases and many sudden deaths. So I am just praying that God will have mercy on you.
This looks like a job for Bausubulisa. I am the Lord. I healeth thee. I am the Lord. Your healer. Oh yes, I sent my word. And I heal your disease. Oh, I am the Lord. Your healer.
So, Pastor, I pray that the Lord will heal. It has happened. Because you have my crutches.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, me osaye and it's in a metro. Osaye and it's in a metro. Hey. Sister Love.
Talk to me.
I need to talk to you. This is Mercedes. She's going to be my wife tomorrow. And if you do not have any regard for her and you disrespect her, you have disrespected me.
Brother P,
Yeah.
if you do not want to talk to me anymore, that is fine by me. But ask your Mercedes if she regards me as anything.
What are you talking about?
Hey, do not talk to me because I'm not talking to you. B, ask Mercedes if she has informed you of the wedding.
Huh?
She and I used to be like this. We share the same room at the university. Even my parents took her in as one of their own. Today she says what? Ask her if she has informed you of the wedding.
It was announced at the church.
The announcement was for others. You and I were like sisters. Oh, or so I thought. Mercedes, have you forgotten the promise we made to each other? That whichever one of us got married first, the other will be the maid of honor. Oh, Mercedes, why? You stole my boyfriend and I let it go. You still have the audacity to treat me with contempt.
You don't have to bring that up.
So there's times I wonder why she's there for my
we have told the vehicle to Brother Providence's workshop for straightening, but I refuse to miss my wedding. And Pastor, something strange happened when we got to the workshop. It was jam-packed with cars that had accidents and needed straightening. Very, very strange.
What a thing to have in my life.
Hello, welcome to Encore, the Facebook Live platform on which we discuss all things love, marriage, relationship, and what have you. They call me Uncle Whyte. I work with Roverman Productions. And at Roverman Productions, we say be the difference. Today, we're going to have a very interesting episode of Encore. But before we go on to it, let me wish all fathers out there a happy Father's Day in advance. We know that they don't make as much noise about our day as they make about mothers. But it's fine. I mean, we are not complaining. But we have Roverman Productions has something interesting for the Father's Day weekend. We have the streaming of our play, God, You Are Fired. If you love your father, why don't you get him an invitation to join us on the streaming? And your father will thank you. And who knows, may even speak some blessings into your life. Now, today we're going to, I'll be taking some questions from that you sent last week. But I want to do a presentation on 10 things you should pay attention to before you fall in love. 10 things you should pay attention to before you fall in love. Now, Franklin wants my phone number. Okay, Franklin, you must be new. Because if not, you would know that no, this man doesn't use a phone. Or not the kind of phone you have. I have a landline. And my generation, that still qualifies as a phone. Well, welcome to every one of you. I don't take it for granted that you join us for every episode. So here we go. 10 things you should pay attention to before you fall in love. 10 things you should pay attention to before you fall in love. If you don't pay attention to these things before you fall in love, it will be too late for you when you do fall in love. So here we go. Number 1. It is okay not to be in a relationship. A lot of people put too much pressure on themselves when they find that they are in their 20s, getting to 30s, and they are not in a relationship. They think that something is wrong. They think they are missing out on something. And then they put themselves under so much pressure. I must be in a relationship. I must be in a relationship. And whenever you find yourself in that situation where you're putting pressure on yourself, the chances are that you will pick the wrong person. So it is okay not to be in a relationship. If a relationship comes your way, oh, fantastic. But if it doesn't, you are also okay not being in one. So if you're not in a relationship, nothing is missing, there's something wrong with you, just find ways of living a full life. Because it is possible to live a full life even when you are not in a relationship. Number 2, the second thing you should pay attention to before you fall in love is that love is self-delusional. Love can be self-delusional. In other words, when you say you are in love, half of the time what you are saying is that I have found a way of deceiving myself. I found a way of deluding myself. I found a way of making myself feel that I feel a certain way about this person. I found a way of convincing myself that this person feels a certain way towards me, and because of that, I am in love with him. Note, love is self-delusional, and that is why always run your feelings by another person. Let a person listen to you and to your reasoning for saying that you are in love, and something that person might say to you may open your eyes and wake you up and realize that, oh, hang on, was I fooling myself or something? So don't wait till you have committed fully. The moment you realize that I'm beginning to think of this guy or this girl more than I should, begin to talk to somebody whose judgment you can trust. Hopefully somebody a little bit more sensible than you, so that a person can help you to ask a few more questions to save you from the self-delusion of it. Number 3 is something we've said on this platform over and over and over, but I am not tired of repeating it. Men and women are different, very different. And the differences between men and women can mess you up very, very badly. So note that, remember this, etch it in your mind, that you are not relating to, if you're a man and you say you're falling in love, you're not relating to a fellow man, you are relating to a woman. She is different. If you say you're a woman and you say you are in love with a man, you must know that you are relating to a very different creature than any of your girlfriends. And so educate yourself on the differences so that you can make the differences enrich your life, your experience, and not mess you up. Let's go to number 4. There is nothing like, sometimes people say, oh, if you love me, you must love me for me. No, it doesn't work like that. There's nothing like love me for me. What it is I love you for me. Listen carefully. I love you for me. In other words, I have discovered it is in my interest to have you in my life. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but I'll try and explain, even if it takes the whole time. There's nothing like love me for me. Listen to that. Nobody loves you for you. If I say I love you, it's because there's something about you that I realize will help me, will benefit me, will bring me pleasure, will bring me joy, will bring me peace, will bring me support, will bring me all kinds of things. But I love you for me. Note that. In other words, we go, all of us, if we are in a relationship, we're in it because of self-interest. I needed something, I saw it, I saw that you could provide it. The reason why I'm insisting on this is that we tend to be devoted to those who we know can meet our needs. We are devoted to those who we know have our interests, our interests in mind. And then when we discover that they have our interests in mind, when we discover that they can meet our needs, then we commit to pleasing them, so they will continue to be in the mood and in the place to continue serving us. Chew on it. Edward, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Olive?
Yes, Uncle.
You understand?
Yes.
We don't fall in love for you. So this is what it means. If you're in a relationship, always try to answer the question, what was this person's interest that drove that person to be in love with me? And continue to meet that interest so that that person would also continue to meet your interest. Because as long as I know that my interest will be met by you, I am your servant. I will do everything to make you happy. Look, I don't kid myself. I have people working with me. But they are working with me out of self-interest. I am working with them out of self-interest. They are working with me hoping that their needs will be taken care of, that they would get salary, they will get some money, and they will be able to run their homes, they will be able to run their lives well. If I think that they are working with me just because I am a handsome man, I lie bad. Do you understand me? Yeah. They are devoted because they needed something. We can get it from this one. Or they could be working with me just for the prestige. So if you're not meeting that need of theirs, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. So sometimes when I counsel people, I ask them, why did you fall in love with this person? And the person will say, I like how he makes me feel. And I wonder, does the other person know? This person is here because you make her feel something. Would you continue doing whatever you are doing now that makes her feel that one? Because as long as you do that, she will continue to be devoted to you. Once you change that and don't care anymore, the person is gone. And remember, people check out of a relationship. Those who check out of a relationship, it isn't all of them who walk out of it, but they've checked out. Quite often waiting for something better to come. Nothing better has come. So, okay, all right. Because it is better to say, oh, I have a girlfriend, I have a boyfriend, than to say, oh, he was at 12, I kicked him out, and I don't have anybody anymore. So remember this. There's nothing like, love me, you must love me for me. No, I love you for me. You too, you love me for you. Now, it is in my interest to discover your why, whilst it is also in your interest to discover my why. Why am I in this relationship? What interest does it serve to be in this relationship? Number 5. There are people who should not be in a relationship. Be careful you don't pick one. There are people who either because of their makeup or because of their background or because of how much flawed they are, should not be in a relationship. Unfortunately, especially the girls love people like that. They make them their cause. And so, oh, poor boy, he needs me. I'll clean him up. I will help him. Look. No. If he's damaged, let him continue. Let him go. He's fine without you. Don't go and bring him into your life and let the person mess you up. Number 6. Love would always bring the best and the worst out of you at the same time. Before I fell in love, I thought I was a very patient man, until I fell in love and I realized I was losing my temper so quickly. And I realized, no. I've deceived myself all this time that I'm a very patient person. I'm not. I wasn't a patient and a tolerant person. Love will bring the best and the worst out of you. Why? Because love makes you vulnerable. And because it makes you vulnerable, it can also trigger your defensive mechanisms. So that if anything seems like a threat to you, you come out fighting. You come out fighting. And that is why it brings the worst out of it. But it can also bring the best out of us. Number 7. There is nothing like a better person out there. You know, sometimes you are related to somebody and there are so many problems in your relationship. Meanwhile, you see somebody or there's somebody you talk to and a person seems to understand you. And you feel that, but if I were in a relationship with this person, that would be so much better. We call that the myth of the greener pastures. Where you think that, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. I don't know if those of you who drive, and if you drive and you travel, especially to the hinterlands in Ghana, sometimes there's an experience you get. You're traveling on a bad road, and you think that the other lane seems smoother. So you are likely to go to that lane. When you're coming back on the same road, and you're on that lane that you now suddenly the other lane that you avoided when you were going now seems smoother, and you are likely to go over. Life is like that. Sometimes those who are not with us, who are not in our life, seem so good. They seem perfect. No, nobody is perfect. Oh. That person, if you know what wahala he's giving the person in his life, you will thank God that it is not your life that he or she is messing up. So there's no perfect person, better person out there. It's just you being a better person for the person in your life. You be a better person for the person in your life, and that person would also be a better person for you. Number 8. Good relationships and bad relationships have the same problems. The only difference is how they are resolved. This is something we say on this platform a lot. Good relationships, bad relationships, same problems. The only difference is how those problems are resolved. So, in a good relationship, there are times when one party disappoints the other. There are times when the person says, I'll call, and does not call. Or there are times when you call the person and the person doesn't pick and will not also return your call. That happens in good relationships. It happens in bad relationships too. Except that whereas in the good relationship, the person whose call was not returned and was not picked, or who was disappointed by the call not coming, is likely to approach it a little bit softer and say, oh, you said you call me. I was waiting up for you. And this other person will say, oh, I'm sorry, and apologize and make it look good. Whereas in the bad relationship, the same issues. Hey, why didn't you call me? And if this thing is not important to you, if I'm not important to you, I mean, you can walk away and things like that. That's a bad relationship. Same issues, same problems, different solutions. Number 9, no one can make you happy. Happiness, your happiness is not somebody's job. Nobody can make you happy. Happiness is your responsibility, and it is your choice. So if you fall in love, if you go into a relationship looking for somebody to make you happy, you'll be hugely disappointed. You'll put undue pressure on the other party and mess that person up as well. No one can make you happy. It is your decision. So make up your mind whether you want to be happy or not. That is your choice. And if you don't believe me, go to a party one day. Go to a proper party, a party that is cooking, a party that is rocking. Go there and look at the people there. You find that while some people are rocking and dancing and enjoying themselves, there's somebody sulking at the corner. Same party. He has decided, me, no matter what they do here, I won't be happy. I will not allow them to make me happy. Have you had this situation where you know someone is not happy, you try to pick the person up, and then the person says, look, don't make me laugh, I don't want to laugh. He's made up his mind. He can see what you are doing. He can see that you are trying to lift me up. And he has decided, no, I am here by choice. Oh. Maybe you don't know. I am making myself miserable by choice. So don't bother, you make me happy and leave me alone. No one can make you happy. It is your choice. Now, number 10. Boys are not mind readers, ladies. So, if you're in a relationship and you want something from your boy, tell him, ask him. Then they will say, no, but if I tell him and he does it, it doesn't count. Really? Okay. Now you don't tell him he doesn't do it. That also counts. Boys don't read minds. He should know. He should know that I am not happy with him. Really? You know, he hasn't even noticed that there's a change of mood in you. Oh, he should know. No, tell him. Tell him, look, you forgot my birthday. It didn't. I wasn't amused. Or better still, how about dropping hints before the birthday? You know, I know on that day, if you told him, oh, today's my birthday, he did something, Your female mind will say it doesn't count. Okay, accept it. So what about a week before? And then you find a way. You ladies, you are clever. You can find a way of bringing it to his notice to see whether he would even remember, and let him know. And then, if he wants something special for your birthday, oh, tell him all. So, on his birthday, you bought him a suit. And then you told him that you see some dress. In fact, you even took him to the salon and showed him this dress. One day, I like to own it. It's very, very nice. And in your mind, you think he should know that on your birthday, you will love that dress. Then on your birthday, he doesn't. He brings you what? He brings you chocolate. And you are mad because you think that this, what does it mean? I gave him a suit. Why is he giving me a chocolate? Well, you should have told him. You know what I want for my birthday? You remember that dress I took you to see? Well, that's my dream dress. And then leave it for him. And trust me, if he has to borrow to do it, he will do so. So those are the 10 things I think you should pay attention to before you fall in love. I hope you would pay attention to these. And if you're already in a relationship, go over this and ask yourself, have you abetted your minds to this? Are you aware of these? And let them guide you to building a better relationship. I wish you all the best in your relationship. We'll take a short break, and when we do come back, I'll be with Adrian. Adrian has some questions that he'll be asking me. And then Adrian said if we are able to ask Olive nicely, we may be able to get her to join us. So we'll see about that. We have an assignment. So during the break, Adrian and I will be seeing whether we can work some magic to get Tina to join us. So we'll be back very soon. Gracie?
Talk to me.
I need to talk to you. This is Mercedes. She is going to be my wife tomorrow. And if you do not have any regard for her, and you disrespect her, you have disrespected me.
Brother P.
Yeah.
If you do not want to talk to me anymore, that is fine by me. But ask your Mercedes if she regards me as anything.
What are you talking about?
Hey, shh! Do not talk to me because I'm not talking to you. B, ask Mercedes if she has informed you of the wedding.
Huh?
She and I used to be like this. We share the same room at the university. Even my parents took her in as one of their own. Today she says what? Ask her if she has informed you of the wedding.
It was announced at the church.
The announcement was for others. You and I were like sisters. Oh, or so I thought. Mercedes, have you forgotten the promise we made to each other? That whichever one of us got married first, the other will be the maid of honor. Oh, Mercedes, why? You stole my boyfriend and I let it go. You still have the audacity to treat me with contempt.
You don't have to bring that out.
So many times I wonder why. Jesus for my
Wedding.
Pastor.
But thank God you're okay.
All right, thank you.
Did you see a doctor?
Pastor, I went to the hospital, but the doctors and nurses are overwhelmed with serious accident cases and many sudden deaths. So I am just praying that God will have mercy on me.
This looks like a job for Bausubolisa. I am the Lord. I healeth thee. I am the Lord. Your healer. Oh yes, I sent my word. And I heal your disease. Oh, I am the Lord. Your healer.
So, Pastor, I'm praying that the Lord will heal. It has happened. So you have my crutches.
Yes.
Onyame osaye yi, anything I met to me. Osaye yi, anything I met to me. Hey.
Chairman, in fact, I actually came to find out about my investment. Yes, my investment.
Your investment. Your investment.
Oh.
Sir, considering the micro-inflationary dynamics of the systematic advanced calculated forms. Your investment is perpetual towards gratification. Meaning, in simple terms, Sikanashi. Misikanashi. Don't shout. Swallow it. You care for some coffee?
Make the right choice. Invest with SIMS Stanbic Investment Management Services for capital preservation and competitive returns. Try SIMS today and you will not regret your decision. Stanbic Investment Management Services, your investment specialist.
I need to talk to you. This is Mercedes. She is going to be my wife tomorrow. And if you do not have any regard.
Thank you for staying with us and welcome back. If you just joined us, you just missed the 10 points you should note before you fall in love. I'm sure if you watch a run of this, a repeat of this, you'll get it. And then remember that this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that is a Father's Day weekend, we're doing the streaming of God You Are Fired. Call us on 050-554-6010 and you'll get all the details. Or you could WhatsApp us on 050-554-6030 and somebody would attend to you. Or go to our Roverman Productions site and get all the information. But join us for God You Are Fired, the streaming of it. Thank you very much. I've been joined by Michael Clotty, one of our faithful members and committed to this platform. Michael, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then we are also joined by the lady I talked about, I call her Olive. You're welcome.
Thank you, Uncle.
Did Adrian try?
Yes, he did.
Or he didn't have to?
Well,
we saw that we're twinning, so it was befitting she sat next to me.
Yeah, I think there seems to be a blue thing
blue thing in the air
this afternoon.
They are in uniform.
So only believe God. Okay, believe got the top right. And
little
believe
blue.
got the top right. Ken, I think got it wrong.
Way off.
And then Adrian is also here. Adrian, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
There's a comment somebody made. What did he say? He said that boys should learn to read body language. Oh, MD Hans. Really? Well, I hear you.
We'll try.
All right. Mike, were you listening to the presentation?
No, unfortunately, someone took me off my route.
Mike, the question was, did you listen?
I said no.
That's
someone
all.
took me off my
That's all.
route.
Leave it there. As much as you said, you answered the question. He's now going to dissect the thing because you worked in anatomy department. You want to dissect everything.
Yes, it made me so upset.
Michael worked at the anatomy department of medical school. So he dissects everything. Even look, right, he has to dissect. Olive, what stood out for you in the presentation?
Uncle, point 4.
Okay.
Uncle, I mean, I realized when you were speaking, I realized it was the truth because sometimes you have to weigh like 3 guys and be like, oh, I like this person because he makes me happy, he jokes, he's interesting. And so when you start a relationship, that's what you always expect from the person, that because that's what you've been looking out for. So when the time comes and the person doesn't do that anymore, then be like, he's not in love with me again, he's not doing this, he's not, because those were the things you looked out
that
for,
attracted you to
and
him.
then you fell in love with him because always you get him to talk to you 24 hours, like video calls all the time. So when there's a time, a day, even a day, and then you call him and he's busy, the next thing you text him, why you're not minding me again? Because those were the things you were actually looking out and you fell in love with. So I think it's really
that's
hit
key.
me.
Yes, Adrian, what about you?
That stood out to me. That the I love you for me. So I started looking through my mind and I was like, oh wow, it is true. Love is not that selfless as we're made to believe. It's actually a selfish endeavor. We pinpoint certain things that we love about somebody, and we just keep going for more.
Yes.
That's why we stick. We stick because
I do not know where this teaching of love is selfless came from.
True.
Because you see, we are selfish people.
Very.
I know when Jesus talked about love, he said, love your neighbor as
yourself.
He put it right there. He knew who we are.
As yourself.
You know? And if I say I love you, oh, I like him. I like him for me, not for
him. True.
So when he changes that thing that makes me like him, I won't like him anymore.
True.
But we've been taught, oh, he should love you for you. Love me, love my dog. I hate dogs. So what's your problem? Go and kill your dog. Give your dog away. Then, oh, love me, love my dog.
That's right.
No, I love you, but I hate
dogs. Exactly. And the fact that love is self-delusional. Those 2 points kind of hit home. So it's your own projection on somebody. You look at the person, you do, and that's why people can say, oh, I feel I know you already. They've projected some qualities into you, so he feels he knows you. Because he said, oh, you are going to be patient, you're going to be kind to me, you're going to love my children,
because I need somebody
to love. So that's a projection. So, oh, I feel I know you. And it's so romantic when somebody says that, but it's because they projected expectations on you, and it was eye-opening looking at these points.
Because see, I've had the privilege of seeing relationships from the beginning to the end. You know, I've lived long enough to see a relationship blossom. They come to you all starry-eyed and excited and things like that. You're trying to call their attention to certain things, but they are not hearing you.
No, that's right.
It's not registering
at all,
because they are so deep in that self-delusion.
True.
Then sometimes, and the painful thing is sometimes they drag you into it.
Yes.
And make you involved in the thing, and say sometimes they will come, uncle, say you chair my function, you chair my wedding. And then I've seen this relationship. These same people now at each other's throats. And then you ask them what happened, and sometimes a common thing that often comes up, I think I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. Why did you think, why now are you seeing the mistake? The mistake was there from day one.
True.
Because you failed to recognize that you were projecting onto this person qualities and personalities that were not there. He doesn't have them
at all.
You wanted them. So you projected it there, and then you responded to your own projections and gave yourself to that projection. And then when it didn't pan out, you said he disappointed you. No, you disappointed yourself.
Uncle, with what you are saying, sometimes we actually have in mind how we want the person to look like. So in a relationship, the person tries to adjust. Okay, can we go out? We go out, but that is not the person. So now when you get married, and then can we go out? It's like
no, I don't like going out.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. Then the person, it looks like the person has disappointed you, but actually you actually had a plan for him. So, and but uncle, the last one, boys they are not mind readers. I think.
Hold on. Let me respond to something. Okay. Somebody said. Nana Araba said, but Jesus went on to say, we should love as he has loved us. All right, at the risk of being sacrilegious, listen to me carefully. Jesus said, love, let me even grant it to you that what you said is biblical. It is not, but I will grant it to you because it leaves you wide open for me to hit. Do you think that if you don't honor God, if you do not worship God, if you do not please God, He will love you? Do you understand me?
Yeah. I got it.
This God we all serve and love. We serve and love because He has expectations of us, and
we also have expectations.
And we have expectations of Him.
Yeah, sure.
But we need to meet His expectations.
Yeah.
So He will continue to bless us. So Nanaja, you made a point for me. As long as you please God, then God also would please you. You know, there's a hymn that was actually taken, a Methodist hymn.
Yeah.
That was taken from Scripture. Make you His service your delight,
and
your wants shall be His care. It's the same self-interest.
That's right. Yeah.
Make you His service. His interest is His service.
Yeah.
So He loves you for you doing His service. Then when you do His service, then your wants also becomes His care. His care.
Yeah.
It's in the Methodist hymn book.
Yeah.
You Methodist people, you memorize all the Methodist hymn book number 1.
I've stopped doing that.
So then be careful how you throw scripture at me. Why? All right. Let's start with some questions here.
Okay. Want to go first?
No,
go.
You.
I think
she was trying to ask a question. And
okay.
Yes,
no, adding up to the boys. The boys, we thinking boys read our mind, especially the ladies. We always expect things from them, and sometimes they are not even thinking what you think. I'm like, "Me train, then it's like we are always thinking they know what is happening in our mind. I have a friend who says story. It's like you always have something to tell me. And why didn't you do this? And why? You always have stories to think for them. But I mean, they are thinking differently. So I mean, we women should also have that in mind.
No, we are. The two are very, very different.
Yes. Very.
Edwin says something. You should handle a situation where the partner deliberately satisfied your interests just to enter into a commitment and then after stopped. Okay. So this is somebody who, knowing what you wanted, pretended to meet it. And then soon after that, when he had you, then changed altogether. Again, remember what I said about love being delusional. I said, always bounce off your feelings about somebody with other people. Do your homework. Talk with other people.
Yeah.
And those people can look at that person and tell you that this person, he doesn't like going out. It's because of you. And then you can advise yourself. Yeah. Okay, so let's go.
Uncle, we have the first question here. Says, I understand that men are generally visual.
Wait. Abena has something very interesting. What's Abena say? So, in marriage, if we can say men are not mind readers, then what if the lady too didn't cook because the husband too forgot to tell her?
Wow. Wow. Oh,
actually, cooking is not mind reading.
If we are all forgetting to do some things, then we will never have a happy home. Abena, your comment tells me you don't want to learn. Because where you've taken the conversation is not where it is at all.
Yeah,
what are you saying? That the husband should come and say, I'm hungry. Really? Because you want to, just so you can make a point against the point I made, that men are not mind readers. No. On this platform, I wish you would learn. You don't have to agree for it to be true. The mere fact that you don't agree doesn't mean that that principle is not effective. And you should take the principle and learn it before you begin to find a way of making it sound like it is of no consequence. But the example you gave us, Abena, terrible. It doesn't help. I'm sorry I've had to speak like that to this. The point is that men do not read minds. We don't. You want something from us. Granted that every now and then we surprise our own selves and are able to go the extra mile. But that is not our default being. So, you are moving with a man, remember that. Otherwise, you will fight unnecessarily. You will question his love when he still loves you. You will question it. So, a ride home that could be warm and sweet, then become cold and stressful. Just because there's an example. There's an example that one of the deepest thinkers on relationships is called McGangle Geese. The man and his wife are traveling. This is in the US. I mean, the question she asked, you won't ask it in Ghana, but you ask a similar question because they are driving, and then as they are nearing a certain shop, mall, and says, "Oh, do you care for some coffee? Would you like some coffee?" Ask the husband, "Would you like some coffee?" And her husband says, "No," and continues driving. Then, so drives past where they could get the coffee, and continues going. And the woman is upset because apparently she wanted coffee. So she expected that when she asked him, "Would you like some coffee?" he should know that she wants coffee.
How do I take that from that?
And then said, because the man started driving, the rest of the journey was ruined. Because you didn't read the fact that I wanted coffee. When I asked you, "Do you care for some coffee?" The rest of the trip, mad. And I'm sure the poor man will be so confused. What happened?
Uncle, can I just chip in a similar thing, but slightly different? A couple were also on the journey, and the woman said, "Nowadays you are not close to me. I mean, when you are driving, you are even far away from me. Your seat, I mean, you don't." Then the man said, "This has been my seat all the time I'm driving. It is you who has rather moved away. And then you are rather accusing me because I'm the driver. How should I move? I'm driving. So if you want to come close to me. But you can't accuse me that I've moved away, far away from you."
Or maybe he had changed the car. And the car is wider. So maybe she's right. The car is a bit wider. He's sitting somewhere there. But you see, in that, she wasn't talking about physical closeness.
Yeah.
That emotional. I don't feel our connection anymore.
No, Uncle, but what he was saying was that when they were young, I mean, when he's driving, there one hand is on her and dry hand, and now you don't do it, and you move away from me. That's what she was complaining.
Okay. Yo. Anyway, let's pick our first question.
Okay, so I understand that men are generally visual, so it makes sense as to why a guy would ask to see a naked picture of me. But why would a guy I barely know send me naked pictures of himself?
Wait, when the boy asked for naked pictures of you, did you send it? If you did, why? I think it's one of the. I know it's becoming the norm now, but we must also understand that just as this pandemic we are struggling with the whole world, so can a foolishness become pandemic.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
that a certain way of doing things that is silly can suddenly gain such currency with the whole, and everybody seems like it's okay, or everybody is doing it, everybody is doing it. Well, the world had pandemic. Everybody had pandemic. They didn't make it okay to have pandemic. I think that people should watch where their nude pictures go, please. No one has the right to ask for your nude picture. And if they do, you have no business sending it to them. Trust me, it won't make any difference that you send me your nude picture so that what? So I will know what is waiting for me. If I don't already know what is waiting for me, then you are in trouble. No, because having been with you, like let's say we are married, your body is itch on my mind, though. Anna, your body, the contours of your body, the design of your body. I'm not an artist, but your body quite a bit to draw. I can't draw it. So, what is it saying about send me? No, don't. But and then you see how silly it gets. The boy you hardly know sends you something. You know, not even realizing that girls are not moved by what they see, and sometimes it could be disgusting.
It is.
You know, no, I think we've got to play a better game than this one. Yes, let's take the next one.
Uncle, there's a general belief that the success of a relationship depends on the happiness of the woman in the relationship. How much of this is true?
The happiness of the relationship depends on?
The happiness of the woman in the relationship.
There's a saying, I think it's an American saying. If mama is not happy, ain't no one happy. And they believe that if mama in the house, if mama is not happy, nobody can be happy in the home. The fact is that men are rather simple. The things we need, the things to make us happy, are very, very simple. Women are not that simple, and they require a little bit more. And therefore, if the woman is happy, the chances that I would be okay is very high. Because the things I require to be happy are very simple. So, if her needs have been met, her needs that are a little bit more complicated and sophisticated are met, then my needs would also be met. And so, I believe that is where it comes from. But men, we are very easy to please. We are very easy. We are very, very easy. Yeah, let's take the next one.
Okay, so it says, what can a guy do if he realizes that his woman is taking advantage of him?
Come again.
What can a guy do if he realizes that his woman is taking advantage of him?
Woman in terms of wife or girlfriend?
Like
the woman
his
in
partner.
his life, whether wife or girlfriend, but more likely to be a girlfriend.
Okay.
Mike, take that one.
To me, you have to be very plain. Once you have evidence, you have to play the cards very well. There are some people you can approach in a direct way, but in a way you can ask a question in an indirect way to check her mind on what you have really detected. So, knowing the temperament of the woman you are with, there are some women you cannot approach them directly. It will rather turn into fight. But intelligently use a means in knowing or making her know that this is what you have discovered. That, to me, that's the way I would advise a person to approach it.
Nanava, trust me, we make the effort to. It's not there. It's just not there. This mind reading thing is becoming an issue. The women can't accept it.
Yeah.
But it's not as if I could read your mind and I'm refusing to do it. Today, just before I came in here, I was watching a video. A woman decided to surprise her husband.
Okay.
By buying him, he likes this. it's like one of these computerized games, but it has its own board, console.
Okay.
So
All right.
she buys it in advance and puts it in their hall because she wanted to test this issue that men don't notice things. The thing is there for a week before Christmas. The man walked past it, didn't even recognize the thing was there. Until Christmas morning, when the wife said, "Go down, your gift is there." So he goes down and he's looking around. He said, "Can you see it?" And it is only then that I said, "That thing, is that one?" He said, "Yeah. It's been here for a week." But because he hasn't been told, he wasn't expecting it. And because he wasn't expecting, he hadn't looked out for it. He had walked past it. You know, I know women who get worked up and very angry because they've changed their hair and their man that has not noticed it. And they say he's refusing to notice it. No, trust me, really. He is not there. Even though you may have told him in the morning that you are going to the salon. But you come back and he's not noticing. And you can walk in front of him 10 times. You can bang all the doors and all the drawers around him. He's not going to notice until, "Do you like my hair?"
Oh, that's really nice.
You know, do you like my hair? What do you think of my hair? It's nice. Yes, there's something, it's different. Then the lady, so if I haven't asked you, well, yeah, if you hadn't asked me, it would have taken 3 days. Then I would have woken up one day and said, "Hey, hold on, have you changed your hair?" Ladies, I'm sorry. The animals you fall in love with, not us, men, the animals called men, we have limitations compared to you. We have a lot of genuine limitations when it comes to you. You are much more intelligent than we are. You are able to do much more with your senses than we do. But it's important for you to understand then those you are falling in love with, than to say, "But why should it be that way?" Well, I don't want the sun to be that hot, but it is hot. What do I do? I wish I could always have the kind of weather that is cool. You know, the weather after the rain? You know, it's beautiful. It's not raining, but it's cool. That's the weather I want. But it's always shining. You know? What can you do? So that's the point I'm making. Effort, yes. We will try. Because every time I've been cornered once, like, "Do you like my hair?" "Oh, you've done your hair." And so if I haven't asked you, so now, even when she hasn't done her hair, "Oh, nice hair."
In advance. We are doing it in advance.
Why did they own? "Oh, no, this one. Okay, that's okay. No, but you did something to it. You brush it different, right? You argue, you get some marks somewhere. You get some bonus marks somewhere. So yes, I take the point, men. If there's more we can do, let's do it. But ladies, one of the things I wish God would do for all of us before we marry is to change us and let us wear each other's shoes.
That's right.
For a week. So the man becomes a woman for a week, the woman becomes a man for a week. Live and see what goes on in each other's mind.
That's right. That is.
And then when we reverse, provided we reverse without pregnancy, because if the time comes to reverse and there's pregnancy, it means that the man is going to stay a woman for another 9 months before he can come back. But no, it is not me justifying misbehavior. You know, I won't justify somebody not trying in his relationship, but I need to create understanding so that if you're now talking with him, you can make him hot, but not in anger, you know, because you understand. Okay, he doesn't see, but still, but into They say you say you didn't see. Make him feel guilty, kakra, but don't be angry about it. Next time, he may be able to look. He may be able to look out for it. I think that smartphone should give us a certain app in which we program our wives, so that as soon as they enter the house, the smartphone should alert us.
The mood.
Wife coming, hair change.
I think it's easy to do. You just have to get a chip.
Wife coming, look at her hair. Nails done.
Yes.
New dress.
Mood change.
Mood change. No, that would be mood change. Go and hide.
Yes.
Go and hide. All right, let's take the next one.
Okay. Uncle, I know openness is key in relationships, but do you really need to tell your partner everything?
No. And how much you tell your partner should always depend on what kind of partner you have.
Yeah.
Because there have been cases where ladies, for instance, have opened up about their past to their partners, and their partners have used it against them.
Yeah, that's right.
And yet, there's no way the partner would have known if the lady hadn't opened up to him. So, get to know who this person is. And sometimes, I would advise that test them with inconsequential things first and see what they do with it. You know, things that are not that weighty, and see whether they can appreciate the confidentiality of it. So, if he uses that one ever, then you know that murder I committed, no, you won't get to know. I would never tell you. You know, because if you are using the fact that I used to jump the school wall to go to town against me, then you will never get to know what I jumped the wall to go against. So, some of these things are nice on paper, but we are dealing with human beings. And it's good to know what kind of human being you are dealing with, so you can adjust accordingly. Yes, let's go.
Okay. Is it possible to interfere in the relationship, not marriage, of a sibling when you know that his or her partner is no good or the relationship is going nowhere?
Is it? Go.
Possible to interfere in the relationship, not marriage, of a sibling.
Is it possible? Yes, everything is possible.
Yeah, it's possible to do that. Yes.
But is it wise to
do that?
That's a different matter altogether. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it is. Sometimes, like we've just explained earlier on, when you are in love, you are way up there. And you can do stupid things. The reality check is not there. But then it depends on the approach. I like asking questions for the one who is so much in love to come to reality. But if you, for example, I've seen instances where someone wants to ask of the daughter's hand in marriage, and by one look at the man, the woman can tell this is not a good character. And the lady has gone against the mother's advice, and it has been disaster. And you see them packing back. So don't interfere too much, but ask questions and see whether my sibling has thought about what you are asking. If not, then say go and think about it and come back again. To me, that is the way I would approach it.
Ohima says, is it right for a man to say it is the children who need attention? No, Ohima, no. No man should say that, because people forget that you are a husband and a wife first before a mother and a father. And when you let being a father come obscure the fact that you are a husband, then you have failed. At any rate, children grow better when they see their father loving their mother.
Sure.
In other words, when parents play their role as spouses better, the children grow up to be better adjusted.
That's right.
And so that in Ghana, we focus too much on our parenting role and forget about the fact that we are spouse first and foremost. So Ahema, that is my 2 cents on that. What else do I want to react to? It isn't everything I want to react to, but every now and then. Mr. Kitchen, you are making too much noise. You are making too much noise out there. All right, let's take the last question, and then we'll go.
Uncle, is it true that without money you cannot have a great relationship?
Olive, answer that.
Uncle, sika kakra odo kakra.
Okay, like
Oh, Uncle. For me now, what I realize is, from my own point of view, Uncle.
Yes.
If you are working and you are making money, and there's love, I mean, some of the things if a guy doesn't even have a lot, you can help. And so when you take the money out, then it means sometimes you make it look like it's only the men who have to bring the money. It's like maybe I just have a man and they do take you out, go for restaurants. But if you're also working and you have it, once a while, oh, can we go out? Can we go and sit here? So I realized that it's not all about money, but it's about how you relate to the person and whoever you are. That is what like when I started working and I was getting money.
Yeah.
Initially when I was not working, I was like, hey, once we go out, when we do. But I realized that when you have it, you can also help and make it very sweet and nice. So sometimes when you do that, the guy even gets surprised that, what is it? Or when we get to some place, oh, honey, don't worry, I'll pay for this. Then it's like there's a sound. But if you don't have money, and it's like you're always depending on him, when he's not bringing it, then that's when you have issues, from my point of view, Uncle.
All right. Now, I said that was the last question, but before we go, sorry, we're going to take a little bit more time. I want the 2 men to answer a certain question.
Okay.
The ladies are making a case that the men say they can't notice, but they notice the new hair of their colleague in the office.
Hey.
So, gentlemen, defend yourselves. You are not noticing the new hair of your wife or girlfriend, but that colleague in the office there, you could notice it.
Hey.
Yes.
Uncle Mike.
Oh, you start, then I'll complete. Yes.
I don't know who you are relating to, but it's easy. It's easier for somebody who you don't see often. I'm treading on
From a man's point of view.
on the side of caution. Very, very careful. Charlie, as you always know.
Yes, we notice our colleagues, female who have changed their hairstyle, but I don't go commenting on that. And I don't comment on my wife's change of hairstyle. Not that I'm not interested in hairstyle, but it's not my in thing. But if you ask my opinion, I'll tell you what it looks like.
Okay, Uncle Mike.
Yes.
Start noticing her hair. Comment on it. If you notice in there,
yes,
and it is nice, comment. Don't let her ask you.
It depends, Uncle.
You've been married for how many years?
34 years.
24 years. Okay. For
34.
Year,
34.
Let's see a different Uncle Mike.
Yes.
34. 34.
Yes, 34 years.
I took 10 years
counting.
Off your
Oh, yes. I don't know why you take it.
How old were you when you married?
I was 28.
Okay.
So I'm now 62.
So, Charlie, you grew.
Yes. I grew up. People said I look like someone who is 50. I said, where from?
You grow some.
Yes, I grow some. Uncle, the reason why I like to stay at the background and watch and admire it.
No.
Once in a while. No. Once in a while, I will just comment on it. But it's not an in thing. Because I have this notion that if I do it today and the next time I don't do it, then they ask why. Then it becomes an issue. There's something that I realized about women. You let a woman even walk past a car that is parked, and you will just look and check herself in the
mirror.
Not the mirror, the window. I said, why are they doing this? So
it's important to
make me freaks. I said, okay, honey, that's women for you. If I'm walking past a car,
I think you're making sense. That you fear the consequences for the day you don't comment.
Yes, then it becomes an issue. But I mean, the smile on my face shows that I admire what you are doing. But I don't want to use words. Men don't have more words than women. Today, it's nice. What are you going to say next? It's beautiful. Then it's finished.
Uncle Mike, I think I landed myself in the prison you are avoiding. Like a few weeks back. I was like, you don't do it anymore.
Yes.
And it's not like I don't notice. I do. Yeah. But for some reason, I was like, it's being monotonous. Yeah. Like I wanted to, the day it moves me.
Yeah.
Maybe it has not moved me.
Yes, so that's why she's right.
Yes.
You don't like it all.
I don't like it. So I don't want to lie to you if I don't like it. Why if I like it? Oh wow, it will come naturally. Say you don't do it anymore.
Anyway, you see the differences between men and women.
Yeah.
Because the woman will comment on it every time.
Oh yes.
But the men. They think that my comment here, that's what we say more of it.
Yeah.
So let's keep it that way. Nana Araba says something that I love. He says, affection without money is like faith without works. Nana Araba, well said. All right, but let me address this thing and then we'll go. Why men seem, because it's not true, seem to notice other women. The truth is that your wife becomes so much a part of you that it is like my car. You forget how beautiful your car is because you are driving it. And quite often it is only somebody who is outside making a comment that makes you now look back and say, oh yeah, I have it. When somebody becomes a part of you, a lot of the things do not become vocal. Like Uncle Mike is a CID guy, don't mind him. Because he has, but quite often it's because you know that your hair is not different from our total relationship. Do you understand me? And so you've done your hair wonderful. Now you give me another reason why I am happy in this relationship. You're giving me another reason why I love the fact that you agreed to marry me and I married you. Now, if you want points for it every time, then it will lose its value for us. So you leave it for us. On the day it kicks us, we'll make the comment. But it doesn't mean those girls are any better than you. It doesn't at all. And I think that is where they're coming from. That then it means those people are better than you. Well, with that, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you've enjoyed this, can we see you over the weekend for the streaming of God You Are Fired, Saturday and Sunday? The details are on your screen right now. Please join us and you'll be blessed. The fathers out there, happy Father's Day in advance. If your children are not grown enough to wish you happy Father's Day, don't ask your wife to ask you. Don't ask your wife to wish you, because thank God you are not her father.
That's right.
Because otherwise, both of you, the things you've been doing, both of you will go to hell. So, wait, when the children are old enough to wish you, they will wish you. But happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And God willing, we'll see you again. Stay blessed, stay safe, and let your love lives become richer and richer. With that, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Adrian. And thank you, Believe. Thank you, Ken. Ken, I shouldn't acknowledge you. You didn't dress well today. Thank you, Chrissy. And God bless you.
Dr. Sass in the building. Alright. APH man. Say what? Gaga. Dr. Sass in the building. Alright. APH man. Oh, so what? Gaga. Maybe what's some more. And then you may send away Shiraz. So what? Maybe what's some more. And then you may send away Shiraz. I am the shepherd, you are the sheep. But before God, we are all sheep. Sometimes God pairs the sheep in order to produce another sheep. You get it? Barack Obama, sheep. Michelle Obama, sheep. God combined, sheep. But before God, they are all sheep. Baby, what's a more? Send away success, sheep. Success, sheep. God combined, sheep. But before God, they are all sheep. You get it? What you say? What you say? President Nanado, sheep. First Lady Rebecca, sheep. God combined, sheep. But before God, they are all sheep. Baby, what's a more? Send away, baby, listen. I was sleeping quietly in one corner, and the Lord touched me and he said, "Do it." And I said, "God, where from the do?" And he said, "Shut up, na me mawati." I came, I saw, I conquered. There were 3 baskets, 3 pictures. I was supposed to pick one blindfolded. Anyone that I pick is my ribcage. I picked you, you are my ribcage. Baby, what's a more? And then you may send away Shiraz.
Chairman, in fact, I actually came to find out about my investment. Yes, my investment. Your investment.
Sir, considering the micro-inflationary dynamics of the systematic advanced calculated forms, your investment is perpetual towards ratification.
Meaning?
In simple terms, Sikanashi.
Misikanashi.
Don't shout. Swallow it. You care for some coffee?
Make the right choice. Invest with Sims Stanbic Investment Management Services for capital preservation and competitive returns. Try Sims today and you will not regret your decision. Stanbic Investment Management Services, your investment specialist.